Have you ever felt that your body doesn't quite keep up with your spirit anymore? Maybe you still have the desire to walk further to lift your grandchild, or to dance at a family wedding, but your strength feels hidden, locked away beneath layers of fatigue and stiffness. What if I told you that nature has already provided a simple tool that can help awaken that strength? And it may already be sitting in your kitchen cabinet. Yes, a single spice chewed for just 60 seconds can unlock a cascade of benefits for your circulation, your muscles, and even your energy. Sounds too simple, doesn't it? Yet I've seen in my decades of caring for older adults that some of the most powerful remedies are the simplest ones. They aren't found in expensive pills or complicated treatments, they're hidden in everyday foods that we overlook. I'm Dr. Lisa Perriera, a gynecologist with more than 30 years of experience caring for women as they age. And today, I want to share with you not just a health tip, but a reminder your body is still capable of vitality no matter your age. Sometimes it just needs the right spark. And in this case, that spark can be found in something as ordinary as a spice. Think of your body like a car that has been parked for a while. The engine still works, but it needs a little ignition to roar back to life. Chewing this spice acts like that ignition. It stimulates saliva, wakes up your circulation, and activates your nervous system in ways that restore energy quickly and naturally. One of my patients, Rosa, age 70, was skeptical when I suggested this. She laughed and said, "Dr. Perriera, you're telling me that chewing something from my spice rack is going to make me stronger." But she tried it. Within a few weeks, she noticed her morning walks felt easier, her digestion improved, and she even felt less stiffness in her joints. She looked at me and said, "I can't believe something so small could make such a difference." And science agrees. Studies highlighted by the Mayo Clinic and NIH show that certain spices, when chewed, release natural compounds that boost blood flow, reduce inflammation, and even support memory and focus. These aren't magical claims, they're the body responding to compounds it knows how to use. Now in today's video, I'll reveal which spice I'm talking about, why it works, and exactly how to use it safely. I'll also share the 3 mistakes older adults often make when trying natural remedies, mistakes that can keep you from getting results. By the end, you'll know exactly how to chew your way to better strength and energy in just 60 seconds a day. But before we dive in, I want you to reflect. When was the last time you felt truly strong in your own body, not just pushing through fatigue, but genuinely energized? Imagine reclaiming that feeling without needing another pill or appointment, just with a natural tool already in your home. So let me ask you, do you believe strength after 60 must come from complicated treatments? Or do you think nature still holds secrets we've overlooked? Share your thoughts in the comments. I promise you may be surprised by the answer. Before I reveal the spice that can unlock hidden strength in just 60 seconds, let's talk about something important. Many older adults already experiment with natural remedies, teas, spices, herbs, hoping to boost their energy or relieve discomfort. But what I've seen in my practice is that 3 common mistakes often keep them from experiencing the real benefits. Mistake 1. Using the wrong spice or form. Not all spices are created equal, and not every form of a spice delivers the same effect. For example, powdered spices that have been sitting in the cabinet for years may have lost most of their active compounds. Chewing a fresh stick seed or clove can be far more potent than sprinkling old dust onto food. I once had a patient, Samuel, 74, who told me he tried adding a spoonful of cinnamon powder to his morning oatmeal for energy. But what he bought was heavily processed and loaded with sugar. Instead of feeling stronger, he felt worse. Once we corrected the form and method, he noticed the difference. The lesson: The right spice in the right form matters. Mistake 2. Believing that more is better. This is one of the most dangerous misconceptions I see. Many people assume that if chewing a little helps chewing a lot, will help even more. But spices are powerful, concentrated plant medicines. In high doses, they can cause stomach upset, interfere with medications, or even stress the liver. The NIH has reported that many herbal side effects in older adults come from overdosing or combining too many remedies at once. Think of it like sunlight, just enough nourishes you, but too much can burn. With spices, balance and moderation are key. Mistake 3. Expecting instant miracles. Some older adults try a natural remedy once or twice and then say, "It didn't work for me." But your body, especially after 60, responds best to gentle, consistent habits. One-time efforts rarely bring lasting change. Just as you wouldn't expect your muscles to strengthen after one walk, you shouldn't expect your body to transform overnight from chewing a spice once. The women I've seen succeed are the ones who stay consistent, chewing the right spice daily, giving their body time to respond. For most, the benefits build slowly: better digestion, less stiffness, more stamina. Over weeks, the small spark becomes steady strength. Now, why do I share these mistakes before telling you the actual spice? Because avoiding these pitfalls is just as important as choosing the right remedy. If you pick the wrong form, take too much, or give up too soon, you'll never see the true potential hidden in something as simple as chewing a spice. And here's the good news. Once you understand the right way, you don't need complicated rituals. Just 60 seconds a day, practiced consistently and safely, can make a real difference. In the next part, I'll reveal the spice itself, what it is, why it works, and how to chew it properly for maximum benefit. You might be surprised to learn it's something you've walked past in the grocery store 100 times without realizing its power. But before we move on, let me ask you, when you try natural remedies, do you tend to give up quickly, or do you stick with them long enough to see results? Share your answer in the comments. You may find many others feel the same way you do. So what is the spice I've been talking about? It's one you've probably seen in little jars at the grocery store, maybe even used in holiday baking without realizing its true power. I'm talking about clove, a small, fragrant, dried flower bud that holds a surprising amount of strength inside. Why clove? Because it contains a natural compound called eugenol, which has been shown in studies to improve circulation, reduce inflammation, and even provide mild pain relief. According to the NIH, eugenol also supports digestion and can help regulate blood sugar, two issues many older adults struggle with. And when you chew a clove, you release these compounds directly into your saliva, where they can be absorbed quickly and start working almost immediately. Think of it like pressing the on switch for your body's hidden strength. In just 60 seconds, the warming oils inside clove stimulate your mouth, your nerves, and your blood flow, giving your body a gentle but noticeable boost. Let me share an example. James, a 75-year-old retired carpenter, used to complain of morning stiffness and sluggish energy. I suggested he chew a single clove each morning for a week. He was skeptical. "Dr. Perriera, you really think this tiny thing will help?" But after 7 days, he returned with a grin. "I don't need my second cup of coffee anymore. My joints feel looser, and I actually look forward to my morning walks." His story is not unusual. Here's how to do it safely. 1. Choose whole cloves, not ground powder. The oils are strongest in the whole bud. 2. Place 1 clove in your mouth and chew gently for about 60 seconds. At first, you'll notice a strong, warming flavor, slightly numbing, almost like a natural mouthwash. That's the eugenol being released. 3. Spit it out or swallow, depending on your comfort. For many, spitting is easier since the flavor can be intense. The benefit comes from chewing, not from eating large quantities. 4. Do it once daily, preferably in the morning, so you start your day with a boost of circulation and energy. Remember, more is not better. Just one clove is enough. Too many can upset your stomach or irritate your mouth. And if you're on blood-thinning medications, you should talk to your doctor first, since clove can mildly affect clotting. What can you expect if you stay consistent? For most people, the benefits build gradually. Better circulation, less coldness in hands and feet, more stamina on walks. Reduced inflammation, gentler on stiff joints. Improved digestion, less bloating after meals. Sharper alertness, many describe it as feeling awake without coffee. One of my favorite descriptions came from Mary, age 68, who said, "Chewing a clove each morning feels like flipping on a light switch in my body. I don't feel like I'm dragging anymore." This is why I say clove is nature's secret for hidden strength. Not because it's magical, but because it supports the system's circulation, digestion, nerve response that so often slow down with age. Now you might be wondering, is clove the only spice that can help? The answer is no. Other spices like ginger, cinnamon, and cardamom also have powerful benefits, but clove is unique because it delivers results quickly in as little as 60 seconds of chewing, making it a simple daily habit even for those who dislike complicated routines. In the next part, I'll share inspiring stories of elderly patients who rediscovered their energy with natural habits like this one. And I'll give you a powerful analogy that will help you remember why something so small can unlock something so big. But before we go, let me ask you, would you be willing to try chewing one clove each morning for a week, just to see how your body responds? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to know if you're curious enough to test this hidden strength for yourself. I'll never forget my patient George, a 76-year-old grandfather, who came to see me because he felt in his words like a shadow of myself. He told me, "Dr. Perriera, I wake up sluggish, my joints ache, and by afternoon, I'm too tired to even play with my grandchildren. I feel like life is happening around me, but not through me." George had tried vitamins, extra coffee, even naps, but nothing made a real difference. That's when I suggested he add one simple habit, chewing a single clove each morning for 60 seconds. He chuckled and said, "That's it. One little spice is supposed to give me my strength back." He didn't believe me, but he agreed to try. 2 weeks later, George walked into my office with a spring in his step. "You know what, doctor, I didn't expect anything, but I swear my mornings are lighter. I don't feel so stiff. And yesterday, I actually helped my grandson build his Lego set without feeling exhausted halfway through." His wife chimed in, smiling. "He's humming again in the mornings. I haven't heard that in years." Stories like George's remind me of something powerful. Sometimes it's the smallest sparks that light the biggest fires. Think about a matchstick. On its own, it's tiny, almost fragile. But strike it once, and it can ignite a flame big enough to warm a home. Clove works in the same way for the aging body. One little bud chewed for 60 seconds can ignite circulation, awaken energy, and rekindle a sense of vitality that feels lost. Another patient, Elena, age 70, described it this way. "I thought my body was too old to respond to anything. But chewing clove feels like opening a window in a stuffy room. Fresh air comes in, and suddenly everything feels lighter." That's the power of reconnecting with natural rhythms your body already understands. The analogy I often share with my patients is this: your body is like an old lamp. The structure is solid, the design still beautiful, but the bulb has grown dim. Chewing clove is like restoring the current. Suddenly the lamp glows again, lighting up not just the room, but everything around it. Your energy is not gone. It's waiting for the right current to flow. And the best part, unlike complicated regimens or costly treatments, this habit is simple, accessible, and nearly free. You don't need a prescription. You don't need a complicated routine. All you need is consistency and trust in the small things that nature has given us. George later told me, "The clove didn't just give me energy, it gave me confidence. It reminded me that I still have strength inside me, even if I'd forgotten it was there. That's the lesson I want you to carry. You are not powerless. Your body still holds resilience. Sometimes all it needs is a spark to remind it." In the final part of this video, I'll bring everything together. I'll recap the mistakes to avoid the spice itself and the daily practice that can help you feel more alive. And I'll leave you with one message of hope. No matter your age, your hidden strength is still there, waiting for you to unleash it. But before we move on, let me ask you if you could regain even 20% more strength or energy with such a simple habit. What's the first thing you'd want to do? Walk further, play longer, or simply feel lighter in your mornings? Share your answer in the comments. We've taken quite a journey together in this video, and before we finish, let's bring all of the pieces together. We began with a simple but surprising idea that chewing one spice for just 60 seconds can help older adults unlock hidden strength. At first it sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? But as we explored the science and the stories prove otherwise, we talked about the 3 mistakes people often make when turning to natural remedies, choosing the wrong form, taking too much, or giving up too soon. Each of these mistakes can block the real potential of natural solutions. That's why understanding the right way is so important. Then we revealed the spice itself, clove, a tiny bud that holds powerful compounds like eugenol, known to improve circulation, reduce inflammation, support digestion, and awaken your senses. Chewing it for 60 seconds each morning isn't just a quirky ritual. It's a science-backed way to gently spark energy, comfort, and confidence in your body. We also heard the stories. George, who rediscovered his mornings and his laughter. Elena, who felt like she opened a window and let fresh air flow into her life again. Their experiences remind us that vitality in old age doesn't come from chasing youth. It comes from small, consistent choices that remind your body it still knows how to thrive. So what does this mean for you? It means you don't have to accept sluggish mornings, stiffness, or fading energy as your new normal. Your body still holds hidden strength. And sometimes it only takes one small spark, like chewing a clove for 60 seconds, to begin waking it back up. Here's my challenge to you tomorrow morning before you pour your coffee or check your phone. Try it. Take one clove, chew it gently for 60 seconds, and notice how your body feels. Do this every day for a week. By the end of those 7 days, you may be surprised at how much lighter, stronger, or more energized you feel. And remember, the spice itself is not magic. The magic comes from your willingness to care for yourself, to trust the wisdom of small natural steps. When you honor your body this way, you're telling yourself, I still deserve vitality. I still deserve energy. I still deserve joy. If you found this video helpful, I invite you to share it with a friend, a sibling, or anyone you know who might also benefit from discovering simple, natural ways to feel better in later life. And don't forget to subscribe to Elder Care Wellness, where each week I bring you practical, science-backed advice on aging with confidence, intimacy, and strength. Now, I'd love to hear from you. If you decide to try this, will you let me know in the comments what you notice first? More energy, easier digestion, or maybe less stiffness in the mornings? Your story might inspire another person to take their first step toward hidden strength. And before we close, let me remind you this video is for educational purposes only. It does not replace medical advice. Every person's body is unique. If you are experiencing pain, significant changes, or have personal concerns, please consult with your healthcare provider. Your well-being deserves personalized care.